Well, hello everyone. Here to show you the artistic logo coloring right here. As you see right here, a color drawing is me right here, and then along right here is a baby picture, and then along with it, you say a few other art, portrait art drawings right here of whenever I was about between 1, 2, and 8, say 2 to 3 months old, something like that. But right here is talking about is that the basics about is like for the artistic logo, and you're thinking about is like whenever you create a password, username and password is basically talking about is like facts about knowing about about what all you need to remember about what all you need to do and remember about whenever you are trying to log into an account that you're trying to log on, and then from there, and then you gotta type in the username and password, which maybe I would show you the directions maybe directly from some logins that I've done, but of course it's like that with the way I'm doing it right here is kind of typical of my own way, other than it's like if you were to do it online on like a tablet or a new tablet, a Polaroid, Android, or whatever, the boogie board or anything like that, that more likely that you would have to accept the license agreement, and then the policy terms and stuff like that. That type of stuff, that knowing to agree about how the service works, how the online service works. And a lot of us would probably say that that they read it, and then of course is that you accept, you read through it. And some people may say that that they don't even read through it. They just look at the pages, which I I would probably say that I would just glance at it. But I really just think that on the other hand too, that a lot of those license agreements are just basically trying to get you to understand about the fact about using the service, that if you're going to have an Android or a computer or a smartphone or whatever, Blackberry's phone, iPhone 5 or iPhone 6, that more likely that you're going to have that to where you got to read a license agreement. So pretty much you see it's like a contract, and basically it's it's like an agreement, but contract. But anyway, you would go ahead and create like a little photo ideas, like kind of like this. And whenever you do it like a username and password, what you pretty much do, you say with your hands, is pretty much it's pretty much like an ID. It's like if you say had to wear the special reading glasses, or whatever you call it, the special glasses, in order to be able to memorize the logo information, the login information, and along with to have that special magnifying glass, the reading glass, anything like that. Or maybe the fact about the reading notebook, or the reading key or anything like that. But basically, as what I'm showing you here is basically talking about with the artistic logo, that I'm going to be drawing like a square shape right here. So you draw a square shape, and it basically is talking about is like with art, the type of art I'm talking about right here is basically all matter of you see, you pick one letter of the alphabet, it is. And then with most passwords, you could probably think about that with most of them, it is that you would need to pick about 68 characters. But I would probably say that go ahead and pick number 2. I'll go ahead and say see 2. I put 2 right here. 2 2 could maybe represent 25, or say number 2, or you say 2 for 2 thumbs up or anything like that. But you got the between A and 2 right here. And then if you wanted to go ahead and add some artistic talent to it, and which most of us seen on most of the other videos I've done, is that talking about is like the artistic logo is the artwork that you pretty much do with pick a letter out of the alphabet. If it's A, B, or C, that you pick a letter from the alphabet, it is. And then from there, and then put some artistic talent in it. It's like it's pretty much, you see, like a password. It's like in my definition of how to describe it, it's like a password that what you're pretty much doing is that you're just adding some artistic detail to it, just to kind of give it like a little graphic design. But from there, and then of course is to use the crayon, but it's like that you would have all these different tools. And I remember it's like using Microsoft Paint, and what happens is whenever you use Microsoft Paint, a lot of times is that you would control the mouse, and then from there, which I would probably say with most people that if you're going to be working with crayons or any type of stencil art or anything like that, then more likely that you can probably think about is that it's like you got the block right there, but then with the photo right here, it's like identification is basically talking about an idea that where you can be able to memorize your login information, which I would probably say if I had a laptop or a tablet, if I were in the library or somewhere, that more likely that a lot of people probably say that a lot of people would probably have hard times memorizing every username and password that there is just to try to get logged on. And I'm sure that they probably say that if you were to maybe keep memorized, have it that you can maybe create a profile on your computer. I don't know if it's a user file or anything like that, to where your username and password's automatically saved on the computer. It is on your desktop or on your laptop. It is. But basically, talking about it is like an idea for what you use, like a line is like the type of baby blanket that maybe you came home from the hospital with at birth, is that you have like a little line right here that I went ahead and drew. But just add some artistic talent to whatever you're doing. Is that a lot of times people probably say that it looks easy, but it's really hard. But I would probably say that each time I've logged in, I try logging on to my accounts, that a lot of times is that you would ask for a security question, but that a lot of times it all depends on what device you're using. If the site don't recognize the device that you're trying access your information on, then more likely that you would probably say that you get frustrated, and then I would probably suggest that if you're going to have an online account, if you're going to have an account, if it's by phone or if it's by the electronic Bluetooth or anything like that, the electronic Bluetooth, or if it's the iPhone 5, that more likely that a lot of people probably say that they had to dig through the file just to find the password. They don't know the password, and then that the system don't recognize their password, and the same goes with the access code as well. That type of easy ways that you'll be able to remember what your identification is, and more likely that a lot of times it's it's like a social security number or anything like that. But basically, it's for like a security question. It could be it's like what was your favorite music artist whenever you were 12. Or if you can make up your own security question, I can maybe think of maybe quite a few dozens. I can maybe think about this like the first toy that I had received whenever I was about 8 years old, and more likely between a slinky and a yo-yo or whatever you call it. It's like with the yo-yo, I think a yo-yo was my first one, and then it goes by saying it's like if you want to do that something in a crayon, it's like yo ya. But it's like like for that circle, they got that ball on a string. It is for yo ya. But other than that, it's like the first toy could have been a yo ya or anything like that. And then of course it's like if you want to write this like for the username, it starts by saying it's like M, M and A, and then star star star. But other than that, it's like talking about with the logo, the type of logo that more likely you would be able to memorize ideas for how to make it like a symbol that you can memorize to be able to make login easier. And more likely that a lot of people probably say that yeah, you would probably have to change the username and password later on just for security purposes. But then on the other hand too, that maybe change a little bit of what your identification looks like. But one thing that more likely that could really that cannot change more likely today is your talents. That more likely that you could probably say that there's always some type of security key to which you say avoid any incidents such as any artistic talent, because more likely you could probably say just like with the blood type, that more likely that that it is you that the one who did the artwork. So more likely that that it is you the only one who would recognize it's like the logo. The logo is for the artwork for what you did, but other than that, it's like for what you created. So far as the artistic logo and artistic logo color.